A very good evening, guys. We are done with the first chapter of your syllabus of management accounting. As I told you in our sheets, it is the second chapter what we are starting today. Common size, comparative statement and trend analysis. Some people take it as a part of first chapter, some take it as a second chapter. Whichever way you do, it's fine. Okay, now listen. This chapter was this part. Common size, comparative statement and trend analysis. This is to be divided in three parts: common size statement, comparative statement and trend analysis. It's a very simple part. As I told you earlier also, that what you need to know is the vertical format, because without doing the first part, without doing the vertical format of balance sheet and income statement, you cannot solve this. Okay? There are three parts. Around 7 to 8 lectures I will be needing to finish off all three, and then with the full first chapter of Introduction to Management Account, which is as good as 2 chapters. Okay? Now I'll go step by step. I'll just keep on explaining you the part which we are doing. I'm starting with the first part. Your college fortunately has also started with that, comparative statements. Okay? Now when I say statements, statements are of two types: balance sheet and income statement. They can ask you comparative for balance sheet, they can ask you for income statement. Very rarely they will ask you both. It's not there. And what I'm doing now, I'm just doing 2-3 basic sums from our sheet, because your college has done that only, and I'm covering all the sums of your college. So I'm covering each and every sum of your college plus few sums connected with your college ka level which are there in our sheet. Now the first part, comparative statement. Now as the name suggests, comparative. Comparative means comparison. You have to compare performance of one year with another year. Comparative means you have to compare the performance of one year with another year. They will always in this part give you 2 years ka balance sheet or 2 years ka income statement. You have to prepare first the vertical format normally for 2 years, and then you have to compare the difference between the amount and get uska percentage. Okay? So that is how to do that. I'll show you in the next 2 minutes. Okay? So comparative statements mein you have to first convert into the vertical format, then compare the figures of previous year with the current year and get to know the percentages. Okay? I'll straight away start with the sum. I'll show you in the sum only. First what we are doing is question 77 from our question sheet. Question 77 from our question sheet. See what it says. Following are the balance sheet of Mrs. Raj Limited as on 31st March 10 and 11. There have been 2 years ka balance sheet. Both the balance sheets are small. Prepare a comparative balance sheet from the above in the vertical format. Okay? Now first we have to prepare a table. See how we'll prepare. Heading will be comparative balance sheet of Mrs. Raj Limited. Mrs. Raj Limited for 2010 and 11. Now see your columns. There will be particulars plus 4 columns. I'll tell you what are the 4 columns. Particulars. The first column will be the first year, 2010 rupees, 2011 rupees. You get 2 years. Particulars 2010, 2011. Then this next column will be absolute increase stroke decrease, and the last will be percentage increase stroke decrease. Absolute increase decrease, percentage increase decrease. Okay? See, particulars and 2 years. First I'll have to convert everything in the normal balance sheet, and then we will fill up these two. Right now what we'll do, I'll make it very simple for you all. Forget the last 2 columns. First let us convert the balance sheet into the normal way how we do. Okay? Chalo. First balance sheet it is. You have to first convert it normal way only. First head of balance sheet, sources of funds. In that, first proprietors funds. Sources of funds, in that first proprietors funds. Now under proprietors funds we know we have share capital reserves. Now what you have to do, in the vertical format now, we adjust it in 3 columns. Now you have to adjust everything in 1 column. Okay? So what we'll do, no need for detailed presentation here. Share capital, how much is your share capital? See, 9,25,000, 9,75,000. We will adjust everything in 1 column. To this, I add reserves and surpluses. Which are the reserves what you have? General reserve. You have general reserve, only 1 reserve. 2,50,000, 3,50,000. Okay? Add up the two. So 925 and 250, 1175, and this will be 12 and this 1325. 925 plus 250 and this will be 975 plus 350. Okay, from this we deduct less miscellaneous expenditure, brackets में, to the extent not written off. So I get the difference, this difference which is not there. There are no fictitious asset in this. Next sum it is coming. So 1175 and 1325. This becomes 1. That is my proprietors funds. Getting it now? So what we have done is we have adjusted everything in 1 column only, because there are 2 years and another 2 columns are there. So you cannot have multiple columns. So don't worry about the specific order here. You can adjust it like that. This is the way you have to do. Got it? This is my proprietors fund. Again I am repeating. Forget these 2 columns right now. We will see later on. Second, borrowed funds. Underline borrowed funds. See, borrowed funds are in 2 types, secured, unsecured. We have secured loans. In that debentures, earlier also I told you, if nothing is mentioned, debenture is a part of secured loan. So 2 lakh and 244. Unsecured loan not there. So unsecured loan, the line. So the total here 2 lakh and 244 becomes number 2. That's my borrowed funds. So this is my proprietors funds, this is my borrowed funds. Now take the total, that gives you your capital employed, brackets में 1 plus 2, so 11 and 2, that is 1375, and the next is 1325 plus 244, 1569. Okay, 1569. I'll continue here with the application side. Okay, application of funds. First, we have fixed assets. First, we have fixed assets. No breakup given, so straight away write the amount. 9,50,000 and 875. 950, 875. Then second, what we have is long-term investments. As I told you earlier also, only investments means long-term. देखो दिया है 2,25,000 and 3 lakh. 2,25,000, 3 lakh. Third, working capital. Underline, subheading, current assets, loans and advances. No breakup. Straight away they have given you current assets. How much it is? 450 and 725. So from this only I deduct current liabilities and provisions, which is how much? 2,50,000 and 3,31,000. Take the difference, that is 2 lakhs. So 725 minus 331, 3,94,000 is my working capital. Okay, this is my answer 3, that is working capital. Now take the balance sheet ka total, that is my capital employed, which will be 1 plus 2 plus 3. So 950 plus 225 plus 2 lakh, 1375, 875 plus 3 lakh plus 394 gives you 1569. ठीक है, 1569. Got it guys? ठीक है. So I'll repeat. There was no new point in this conversion. This was normal balance sheet what we did. Now we come to the new point. Now keep in mind, this part is comparative financial statement. They will always give you 2 years ka balance sheet. In remaining there will be different type of sum, but comparative में always 2 years. Now what you have to do? Compare. Now let's take one by one. After 2011, that is after second year ka column, what we have is absolute increase decrease. Now absolute increase decrease means difference in terms of amount. Absolute increase decrease means difference in terms of amount. So see what you will do. 925, 975. Can I say there is an increase of 50,000? So 975 minus 925, 50,000. You have to take the difference between second year and first year. First year is 925, second year is 975. So the share capital has increased by 50,000. First year is 925, second year is 975. So this has increased by 50,000. If first year was more, second year was less, it would have been a negative figure. Okay? Next. 250 became 350. That means increase of 1 lakh. Okay? Then 1175 became 1325. Increase of 150. All these are independent. यहाँ पे no change. This also is 1 lakh 50. 2 lakh became 244. Increase of 44. यहाँ पे there is nothing. Increase of 44. and the total 1375 became 1569, so difference of 194. Getting it now? We are taking the difference amount 2011 minus 2010 ka amount. If 11 is more, positive answer. If 10 is more, negative answer. Okay? Do the same thing on application. यहाँ पे see now. 950 became 875. So there is a reduction. So 75,000 ka reduction. 75,000 ka reduction. 3 lakh became 225. 75,000 का increase. ठीक है? 725 became 450. 275 का increase. 331 became 81. 194. So 1569 minus 1375. This is also 1,94,000. Getting it? So I'll repeat. See, first you convert the entire balance sheet into normal format. Absolute increase decrease will be the difference in amount. Absolute increase decrease is difference in amount. Second year ka amount minus first year ka amount. If second year ka amount is more, answer is positive. If second year ka amount is less and first year is more, answer is negative. Now what you will do? Now you will fill up the last column, percentage increase decrease. Now see what you will do for percentage increase decrease. It will be absolute, the difference upon the first year amount into 100. Percentage increase decrease will be the absolute decrease increase ka amount divided by the first year into 100. See, I'll write here for understanding. I'll just write it for understanding. Absolute increase decrease is equal to difference in amount. Percentage increase decrease, percentage increase decrease will be absolute increase decrease upon first year amount into 100. Absolute increase decrease upon first year amount into 100. Getting it done? Clear with this? So now see, now what I do? Let's calculate further. Okay? Absolute increase decrease. Difference upon first year. So see now, 50,000, that is absolute increase decrease upon the first year amount 9,25,000. So 50,000 divided by 925 into 100. 50,000 divided by 9,25,000 into 100. I'm sorry, I have my calci, I have to do adjustment. 50 divided by 925 into 100. That gives me 5.41. Round it up to 2 decimals. It is 5.4054. You make it as 5. Okay? Same way. 1 lakh divided by 2,40,000. 2,50,000 into 100. That is 40. I'll repeat. 1 lakh divided by 250 into 100. In short, absolute increase decrease divided by 2010 into 100. Then 1,50,000 divided by 1,50,000 divided by 1175 into 100. 1,50,000 divided by 1175 into 100. 12.77. Nothing is there. Again same aayega. 12.77. 44,000 divided by 2 lakhs into 100. 22 percentage. Nil. 22. 1,94,000 divided by 1375 into 100. 14.11. Okay? 1,94,000 divided by 1375 into 100. Got it? Clear with this? I'll repeat again. Each line may absolute increase decrease divided by 2010 into 100. Now see here. Amount negative or positive doesn't make a difference. 75,000 divided by 9,50,000 into 100. So see what you will do. Your percentage ka calculation will be same, but you will write the percentage in negative. In the calci you will do normal. 75,000 divided by 9,50,000 into 100, but percentage you will put it in brackets. Okay? Next. 75,000 divided by 2,25,000 into 100. So 33.33. 275 divided by 4,50,000 into 100. 61.11. 81 divided by 2,50,000 into 100. 32.40. 194 divided by 2 lakh into 100, that is 97, and this will be the same 14.1. You can just let me see how much time has taken. Okay. Clear with this? Getting it? So see, I'll repeat. Name of the chapter or the second part of this chapter. It's in three parts: common size, comparative, and trend. First, we started with comparative. Your college fortunately also has done the same thing. They will always give you 2 years ka data. In comparative, always 2 years ka data will be there. Either they will give you balance sheet or they will give you income statement. It's very rare in this type of sum they will give you both. In your college also they have not given you both. First, convert the entire balance sheet in the normal way. There will be columns, particulars, both the years, absolute increase, decrease, percentage increase, decrease. Convert everything normally first, ignore the last two columns. Then, absolute increase, decrease means difference in terms of amounts. Absolute increase, decrease means difference in terms of amount. Compare current year with last year. Current year minus last year gives you your absolute increase, decrease. If second year ka amount is more, answer is positive. If second year ka amount is less, the answer is negative. Then what you will do? Absolute increase, decrease, divide by the first year amount into 100 gives you percentage increase, decrease. Where the answer is negative, you calculate normal. When you do in the calci, don't put negative 75. Put 75,000 divided by 950, 100. But percentage, you will put it in minus. So if absolute increase, decrease is in minus, percentage increase, decrease will also be in minus. Clear with this? So this is the way you will do. This is comparative statement. I am sending this picture. Absolute increase, decrease is difference in amounts, and percentage increase, decrease is absolute increase, decrease upon the first year amount into 100. Tomorrow I will continue with comparative and 2 to 3 days for comparative, 2 to 3 days for common size, and 2 to 3 days for trend analysis. Okay? So in October I want to finish this. If possible, try to finish up in this week only. Otherwise, definitely this chapter is not going in November. Then I'll discuss with you all. Either we go with the financial accounting, that is accounts 1 ka chapter, or I'll take one chapter of this. I'll coordinate with you all. Okay? So that's it. I wind up here. I'll send a video and pictures in the group. Take care guys. Good night.